everybody. I'm just gonna wait for a few of you guys to join me in Metatron tonight. This should prove quite interesting. Hi Alexandra. Hi Lori. Hi Christopher. Well, Lord Metatron has been with me for about 5 hours today, and I tell you, my head is like, woo, so full. His energy is so intense, and the level of complexity that he communicates from is pretty profound and sometimes very overwhelming. Hi Tara. Yes, so tonight, Metatron, this will be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this. As we're preparing for the 103, because we are getting prepared well in advance, we were given a piece of information that I want to share with you guys that I think you're going to find pretty fascinating. So as we are flushing out all the elements, like we've got the course outline done now, it will be posted in very soon now. But as we're filling in all the details, because we're also completing the manual with them as well. And they said a funny thing to me today, it just blew my mind, and I want to share this with you. We know from our studies in science that there are 4 states of matter: solids, liquids, gases, and plasma. They're known as the 4 primary states of matter. And as we were bringing through the information for the first section on manifesting your feeling energy, like how do you actually take the energy, once you learn how to generate these new feelings, what do you need to do in order to manifest these emotional energies into form? And as I was bringing this information through, he said, it's important that you note that emotional energy is the 5th state of energy. And I went, whoa! Emotion is the 5th state of energy. It just blew my freaking mind out of the water. That we have the 5th state of energy is something that we access all the time, and but most people don't know how to utilize it. Metatron has been saying the level of intensity of what he's been bringing through today is he said he's been storing information and concepts and keys and codes and frequencies in my system and building them up all day long, so that when he delivers this meditation tonight, he's going to download a lot of this stuff directly to you guys, so that you'll have an understanding and a knowledge innately of what is true as far as you can resonate with it. Because he says it's really important that people only resonate with things at the level of their own open-mindedness. He's saying by that, I mean, if a person's open to what they do not know, they'll receive more than what they know that allows them to expand and grow. Whereas if a person is attached to what they know, they cannot expand and grow beyond what they are attached to. And he says it's really important for all of you to learn to be fearless of the unknown. It's really funny because I was walking, there's this, Norma works about 5 minutes from here, so we get together on lunch and we strategize and we put ideas and information together. And there's this long bridge that I have to cross called the Sherburne Street Bridge. And it's about 10 stories high above the ground. And every time I walk by a bridge or something, I look over, I always feel this, it might sound strange, I have this urge that I always wonder what it would be like if I jumped off. And that thought comes to my mind, and it always startles me and surprises me and triggers this mild anxiety in me. And so I finally, he said, do you really want to know what that's about? I said, yeah, I really want to know what that's about. And he said, it has nothing to do with death. It has nothing to do with you going over the bridge. What it has to do with is your fear of the unknown. And as long as you fear the unknown, you cannot expand beyond what you know. And so you're stuck by that fear. He says, as you learn to release your fear of what you do not know, then your soul and your mind will begin to expand together. Your soul will be able to bring more information, more experiential knowledge from different planes of consciousness down into your physical reality. He says, most people do not understand this. Most people don't understand that it's what they do not know that lets them grow. What you know will never let you grow. It'll let you become an expert to a certain degree relative to the thing that you know, but you cannot expand beyond what you know unless you expand beyond what you know into what you do not know. And a good, these guys do this, like, because my head's literally been feeling like it's going like this, just filling with stuff today. And a part of me, physiologically, the body wants to resist what it doesn't understand, right? The body is feeling these sensations of all this information energetically. So I can feel it like these microparticles of energy just like literally being poured into my body and filling it up, literally filling it up like you fill up a glass, you'd fill up a balloon, and there's an expansion that happens. Hi, Alex. Hi, Eric. And in that expansion, the body interprets those sensations of those expansion as something that it doesn't understand and goes to fear. And when you can let that fear go and allow yourself to experience the vibrational frequency of the expansion, you come to a place of knowing that which you do not know. And at the knowing of that which you do not know, your consciousness, your soul expand. And then that expansion allows for further expansion, because then once you know what you do not know, you expand. And then you start to, hello Heidi, hello Gillen. Once you start to expand into what you do not know and know it, you can continue that process. And once you have an experience, once you're able to deliberately and consciously and repeatably experience that process, I'm laughing because he's talking through me. Once you can experience that process deliberately and intentionally and repeatedly, where you are not knowing something and you suddenly acquire an understanding of that which you do not know, you expand. And then you seek around for more of what you do not know and you expand. When you're able to feel that process deliberately, where I don't know something, now I suddenly know it. I don't know something, now I suddenly know it. He said there is a subtle feeling that you will experience a shift in your vibrational frequency that will allow you to articulate an awareness that will enable you to incorporate into your physical mechanism and into your physical brain that experiential knowing of when you are transitioning from the known to the unknown and back again. Once you have that experience of being able to transition, then growth, continued growth, from the perspective of spiritual evolution is inevitable. You will inevitably evolve yourself deliberately and consciously once you have that point of awareness established as a personal experience of knowing. Which is kind of ironic, because once you know the experience, then you seek to not know the experience by trying to understand that which you do not understand. And in the aspiration of seeking to understand that which you do not understand, you enact what you know to discover and uncover what you do not know, to incorporate that into what you know, and this cycle goes on in perpetuity. And the beauty of this cycle is that it's a continual expansion. And it's a continual expansion. And when you realize that, you no longer fear what you do not know. So back to what he was saying to me on the bridge about it's not the idea of jumping off the bridge. It's not the idea of what happens when I hit the ground. He said it's what you don't know is going to happen. And what you don't know is going to happen is what happens when your body and you are not functional, when your body is not functioning anymore. What happens to you? This is the greatest unknown that most people very rarely think about, never mind try to comprehend. He says, try to wrap your mind around that fearlessness. If you are fearless about if you want to know that which you do not know, you'll begin to step into planes of consciousness and perception that's beyond that which you currently understand. He said, in my case, the idea of jumping off a bridge and the body being destroyed at the bottom wasn't the consideration that I was after. What I was after was an understanding of what happens in my consciousness when I am beyond the physical body, and to explore what was on the other side of that fear. He's saying that the reason this relates to what we will be doing this evening is because we are taking you into a realm that you although you have often experienced it, you have not consciously and deliberately engaged yourself actively in seeking to understand those things which you do not know. Rather, you continue to build on and stay in the safety of what you do not know, and you might look slightly beyond what you do not know, but you slightly beyond what you know, but always to the degree and extent you still know something. But truly stepping out of what you know experientially into what you do not know is where true transformation of your body, your mind, and your soul and your spirit naturally occur. And this will be the primary process that we're going to be taking you through tonight, getting you to the place where you step outside of this mechanism that you are so attached to, stepping outside these thoughts and ideas of trying to figure out your existing reality from the perspective of what you already know, and to step beyond those and consider ideas and information of experiences that you have not had, in order to allow those experiences to have a vibrational inway into your physical mental system, to bring in new vibrations of feeling thoughts into your form that you have not actually experienced. And the way this will happen for you individually is we're going to have you each decide what it is you would like to experience more of in your life. You may choose, he's saying you may choose mundane things like money or relationship or opportunities. You can choose those things. They will certainly enhance and give you evidence, enhance your life and give you evidence that you can take a non-physical experience that you never had before and make it part of your physical reality, which is the whole meaning of evolution, is being able to transform energy from one state to another, just as you transformed your soul from being non-physical into that physical form in which you find yourself right now. He's saying that it's very important you understand that the knowledge of experiencing that which you are not aware that you are will allow what you know you are to expand and grow beyond. He says, I'm reiterating this multiple times for a variety of reasons, because it's essential that I communicate to you very clearly and distinctly the vibrational frequency of the knowingness of what you do not know from my perspective, so that you may be elevated beyond your perspective. This does not mean that you can necessarily reach my perspective as I understand it to be, but you will reach a perspective that you do not understand, allowing you to experience that which you do not know as a feeling experience. And from that perspective, you can bring that experience down into your known reality, causing it to change and expand. The question, I just asked him a question just now. I asked him, what does this have to do with channeling? And he says it has everything to do with what you call channeling. Channeling is the freedom of information being able to move from one plane of consciousness to another, from one being or entity to another, deliberately and intentionally, much the same way as you can use your cell phones or other communication devices to talk to somebody at a different point of your time and space. So to align your consciousness and your awareness to different planes of consciousness will facilitate your connecting to different beings, whether they be the Pleiadians or the reptilians or the Joans of Arcs or the other beings on many, many planes. You have to be able to articulate your frequency to a frequency other than your own. And we recommend that this frequency be higher and not lower. And he says higher always means a step closer to love, a vibration of positivity, a sense of well-being, which is always marked by experiences and expressions of goodness and enrichment, where the quality of your life and your experience of your life increase. He says, that's what I mean by higher. He's saying you don't want to go lower. You can access lower, but if you go lower, you will bring in lower frequency beings, and that can be done too. This will be addressed at a later point in time, not in this course, but in another place. How to prevent these things from happening. But this evening will be specifically about you accessing and articulating a vibrational frequency of something that you are not experiencing, you have desired to experience, but you don't really know what the experience is like. And you're going to access the vibrational energy of that. And we are going to take you to a place in consciousness that's outside of what you know. So it's important you make a conscious decision right now that no matter what occurs for you during this time, that you make a decision right now that you're going to bring back into your body that which you do not know in a way that you will be able to comprehend it when you are in your normal waking state. Please make that decision now. It's important that you make the decision now. He says you have to inform your mind and body of what you want them to do so they will allow these things to come in. And you have to teach them to allow. As you've been trained in these last number of weeks, how to train your awareness to expand and bring other beings through you and communicate on higher frequencies. So it's very, very important. The essential information that you're receiving right now is multifold, but predominantly for getting you to understand from a logistical standpoint that the information that you're receiving makes sense to you. Because if the information makes sense to your mental mechanism, then it stands to reason that your body will not have the same concerns about that which it does not understand, because the mind has already given a place for allowing that information to come into your system. So making that decision is very important right now, to decide, no matter what your experience is, that you will bring back into your mental and physical systems the vibrations and information that you do not know in such a fashion that you will comprehend and understand them. He's saying the reason we are having you make this commitment is so that the system is prepared. You've prepared your house. He's using those words. You've prepared your house to receive a new guest. And he's saying guest is a representation of a different experiential reality that you're choosing to incorporate into your material existence. Right? He's saying this is... in addition to this commitment, in addition to the commitment, it's important that you, upon returning to normal consciousness, do not allow your mind to make the decision that it fell asleep. If any of you go to that plane where you are so out of the identification of form, you may return to the form in the consciousness that you may have fallen asleep, which is why we're having you make this decision to receive and incorporate into, so that your mind cannot negate it later. Because we know that many of you, through these meditations, have often thought you've fallen asleep, when in reality you merely stepped outside the identification of self that you're habitually attached to as self, and have forgotten that you weren't this, you were this, and you try to come back to this. But this reference point that you have in your physical body has to be conditioned to receive reference points other than what it knows, which is why we're doing this particular process in this evening and in the fashion that we're doing it. And why we are setting the stage this way is very important. He wants to say this to each of you. Many of you have questions on your mind about what is going to happen and why. And these questions we shall have time to address later on in this process. If there are any concerns that you have right now, please bring them to my attention prior to starting, which we will do in about 4.5 minutes. He's saying we'll start in about 4.5 minutes, so it's really important. If you've got any questions or concerns about what he said so far, please bring them to his attention. He's saying there are many of us making preparations for this that are with you right now. There are many that are making preparations for this. For it is you stepping outside of what you know to embrace the greater self, the greater unknown, which is far more vast in terms of understanding and knowledge than what you currently understand. The pressure in my head's starting to go down as this comes through. But it's amazing. When the masters start communicating to you, what starts to actually happen? You actually receive energy from them, and it comes into your system, and it causes things that you need to be aware of. And you need to learn how to articulate that information properly, because your brain will only interpret physical experiences at the level that it understands it. So I've had these little things tapping me all day, like I've been like these little light taps on different parts of my body, like somebody's like trying to get my attention. And normally my mind would interpret it like a mosquito or something like that. But in reality, it's been Metatron saying, we're putting something in here. We're putting something in here. We're incorporating this information into your system. It's being downloaded. And when you start to understand the meaning of symptomology from the perspective of you're working with your angelic team, your divine team, when you understand it from that perspective, you get to reinterpret that information in a new framework that allows you to incorporate information more readily into your expression in this physical dimension. Yes, that's right. Questions, yes. Yes. So he says there's two parts. The first thing is to make the second part was to make the commitment that you're going to bring back into your form that which you want to consciously incorporate as part of your experience. But he said from the first part was about understanding what it is you want to change specifically in your life energetically from a feeling perspective, whether it's your money situation, the type of work you're doing, the relationships you're having. He's classifying these things as mundane things. He says things that he would classify as not mundane would be, how can I serve this humanity? How might I facilitate a more healthy relationship between all beings on this dimension? How can I expand the interconnectivity between the physical dimension and the non-physical dimensions of higher vibrational frequencies? He's saying, but it does not matter what you choose. You will choose that which matches the place in consciousness where you most need to grow at this time, where you will gain, he's saying, where you will gain personal evidence and experience and knowledge with understanding how to change areas of your life. He's saying, while you can change your money and your job and the fundamental things in your life and relationships, even gaining evidence that you can change those things deliberately and intentionally through an act of altering your own emotional vibrational frequency will give you an impetus to grow. And that is the goal of this evening, is to give you experience that enables you to know that when you experience and embrace that which you do not know, you will in fact grow beyond what you know. Excuse me. Did that answer your question, Lori? Just give me a thumbs up if that's answered your question. But that's a great question, by the way. It's a really good question. Because those 2 points are very distinct. If you want to improve money in your life, choose that. If you want to improve relationships in your life, choose that. If you want to give yourself the opportunity for a new job, then use that as your starting point for this process. That's what you're going to change. But it's important you make a decision about what you want to change. And the secondary thing is making the decision that whatever you experience, you'll bring it down and incorporate it into your physical mind and physical body, and that you will remember it and be able to incorporate and have it fit into your life effectively. Wonderful. So I guess it's that time. He's saying, no, somebody has a question. He's saying somebody else has a question. He wants your question. It's important your questions be answered before you start. If you've got any concerns about what we are doing, or if you're not understanding, he says, very important, make certain they understand. So I'm going to do that. I got to make certain that you understand the process we're doing and what the effect is going to be. Is this, and I'll put it in the shortest terms that I know how to. Basically learning how to access and cultivate a vibrational feeling energy that you're not currently experiencing in your physical life, and how to bring it down into your physical realm from the non-physical dimensions. That's a great question, Wisdom, and thank you so much. They always know this, right? He says, you may choose to do this, but not just during your regular meditation. He's saying, choose to do this whenever you need to access or enhance or accelerate the expression of that which you're altering in your material experience. If it is money or work or whatever the process you're choosing to engage energetically, then use this as often as you can. It will only, once you have the experience of being able to step outside of the paradigm of your mind and body to allow yourself to, wow, you should hear how my voice sounds different around me right now. They're expanding the field around me. It's almost like being in an echo chamber. He's saying that process can be done anytime once you have the sensation feeling of what it is to feel that which you want to experience, even though you've never experienced it. But if you can access the feeling of it and bring it down into form, it will begin to actualize. Then it's a matter of recognizing any time that you experience an emotion or a state that contradicts what you're trying to create, you go back to that energy state, that place of feeling, I have it, I got it, I'm experiencing it, this is my reality, I feel joy, whatever it is. Okay. He's saying we'll get into details on that tomorrow. He's saying tomorrow. So I'll be posting an event at 10 o'clock tonight on the wall for tomorrow. I don't know what time the event will be held tomorrow, but it will be relevant to that. He says very important, especially for he says there's 3 people in the group that particularly want to understand that concept of relative to your question, wisdom. So yes, tomorrow. He's saying you are not in that place in consciousness yet where you fully understand the capacity to handle multiple streams of manifestation simultaneously, although you do it on this physical dimension automatically, breathing and walking and eating. You perform many multiple functions in your form, but you do not have at this moment the existing experience of being able to access a non-physical emotional energy and transforming it into a feeling state that sustains what you want to experience. When you fully have that awareness inculcated into your body and your mind, then you will be able to recognize and identify any time in your system, in your biological system, where the known values that have been holding you back from expanding into that which you do not know can be rearranged by your intentionally accessing the vibrational frequencies of that which you do not know but wish to experience. So he's recommending that pick one thing for this evening, and when you find that one thing start to show up in your experience, he says at that point when you start to consistently get results, then you want to start expanding. Then you can start considering multiple things occurring simultaneously. I hope that helps, Eric. Yes. Yes, absolutely, Marie. It can be that too. He's saying it doesn't matter where you are individually, each of you. It is important you understand that you are at the level of your respective process of creating, and whatever it is that you choose this evening will be what you need to step outside of what you're familiar with and create an experience that's outside of what you know, in order to give yourself evidence that you can create something out of nothing. He's laughing at it. He says, not really something out of nothing. You're actually manifesting energy from one state into another state, because there is no such thing as nothing. There is always something. It's just at different degrees of rates and frequency. We don't always perceive it. Okay. Wonderful. He says, we're ready to go now. Absolutely, Christopher. He's saying that in of itself, in your case, will be quite advantageous, provided, he's giving you a provision here. He's saying provided you have the mental and physical structures in place. What do you mean by that? He's saying when you have the mental and emotional, he's going to use the word discipline. When you have the mental and emotional disciplines in place to facilitate a rapid expansion in consciousness in a constructive and positive way, then you may certainly achieve that result. But it is important to understand that you're bringing something that you do not know into a realm that is used to experiencing life and reality in very specific ways. And so in doing this, you will create an expansion, a change. And you must make certain that that expansion here doesn't expand things you don't want it to expand. In other words, you want to take a higher frequency of consciousness and put it into the fear of failure. You don't want to take a higher frequency of energy and put it into doubt or uncertainty. You want to have a framework established very firmly in your biology and in your mental system, your energy system here, that enables the expansion of that which you wish to expand and diminish those things that are too familiar and holding you back. He says that should do the trick for you. Okay, so let's all get comfortable here. I want to say something on a personal note before we start. Can I? Yes, be brief. I want to thank all of you for the participation in these meditations. The ramifications and the impact of these go way, way beyond what we're doing in this little group. We are part of an interconnected network that is globally expanding and evolving rapidly for a variety of reasons. The primary one being the expansion of love in human consciousness on this planetary dimension. So I want to thank all of you for being involved in that process with us and for supporting it, because your participation is as much a support as our creation of the process. I want to say that, but yeah. Okay. There's just so much I'm grateful for with what you guys got and the growth. And those of you who think you're still sitting on the back burner, fear not. You're going to grow forward. You're going to grow forward, and it's going to be amazing. Be patient with yourself. Be kind and gentle. This particular meditation is going to help you step outside what you're familiar with energetically. And like I said, now that, and there's some people I got to talk to, because that was a revelation for me today, that emotion is the fifth state of matter, of energy. Emotion is the fifth state of matter. And I've got the explanations all written down. So when they channel it through me, I wrote why they classified emotion as the fifth state of energy. And so learning how to manage our emotions through these processes is really important. And the goal of our work is literally to effect a change on a planetary scale that humanity has been influencing this planet. I mean, we're moving in the direction of bringing 1 billion people consciously and deliberately together to intentionally restructure the electromagnetic potential of a planet. And when we can demonstrate and prove that possibility exists, then we can do that for a solar system or for a galaxy. The possibilities are just mind-boggling. You know, they thought the Wright brothers were crazy for the idea of flying, and they thought Tesla was crazy with the idea of radio-controlled things. You know, and they're going to probably think that we're crazy for thinking that 1 billion people deliberately synced up electromagnetically to the planet can actually reconfigure the electromagnetic processes of the planet. Anyway, you're part of that process, whether you know it or not. So I want to thank you all for participating in these. Okay. So he says, get comfortable. He's telling me I got way too much energy. I got to dial it down a bit. Okay. Okay. So get your body into a comfortable position and just take a few slow, deep breaths and give your body permission to relax. He says your body wishes to be your servant and will only resist you if you still allow it to do things that aren't good for it. So it's important in having your body relax to know that it will surrender fully and completely to you, because it's trusting you and knows that you are now extending love and grace to it in a way that you never have before. So gently ask your body to relax deeply. Give all of the muscles in your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the front of your body to the back of your body. Give all of those muscles complete permission to relax. Feel them relax as you give them permission. Tell your entire body it's perfectly safe for this time. Take a slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, exhale any remaining tensions in your body. Again, breathe deeply. And exhale any remaining tensions from the body. Give your body permission to go deeper. And now move your attention into the space within the middle of your head. And give all of the thoughts in your mind permission to be quiet. Give all and any remaining thoughts in your mind permission to be quiet and relaxed. And as your thoughts get quieter, feel your awareness expand. Feel your awareness expand. Feel how the vibrations of your physical heart move the air around your body. Feel the vibration of your heartbeat moving the air around your body. Allow your awareness to expand to fill the room where your body is at this time. Feel the space in the room. Allow your feeling of the space to expand beyond the room. And now allow your awareness to rise upward above the structure in which you have your body. Allow your awareness to sense the structure that you're moving above. Allow your awareness to perceive the space above the structure. Breathe deeply into that space. And as you exhale, rise higher. Feel the vibration of your awareness as it moves higher. Feel the space of your awareness as it moves higher. Sensing and feeling your awareness expanding around the entire planet. Feeling the connection between your awareness and the space between the earth and moon. Feel your awareness filling the space between those two. Feel the vibration of your awareness within that space. Feel how your awareness of that space interacts with your physical body. Feel how the molecules in your body respond to your awareness of the space. Breathe the vibration of this space into the molecules of your body. Allow the body to feel that. And expand your awareness into the space between the physical earth and the sun. And feel your awareness filling that space. Stay present with your experience of the space. Know this, that in the vibration of your awareness expanded like this, you have access to all of that energy in that space. Just by being in touch with it through your awareness. Feel where that space is most spacious. And in that space, I want you to bring forth the idea that you wish to manifest into that physical body way back down on the earth. I want you to feel what it would feel like in this space if you were to have that in your physical life. Feel the vibration in this space of that which you are calling forth. You may name it with your thoughts and notice the feeling that that thought generates. If it is an improved relationship, then feel the vibration of that thought in the energy of the space. If it is the feeling of having more wealth, then speak the word wealth and feel the vibration of that word in the space. Whatever you choose, speak the thought in your awareness and allow the vibration to emerge within the awareness. And feel it. Fill your awareness. Feel the vibration of that which you are bringing forth into form as a sensation in your awareness. Focus on that sensation and let it expand and grow. Allow your awareness to become this new vibration, while also objectively being aware that you are doing this. Breathe deeply. Breathe the vibrations of this idea into your awareness. Fill your awareness on this breath with the vibration of your idea. Let that vibration expand and fill your awareness, while objectively being conscious that you are doing so. Being the vibration gives it life. Being a vibration gives it life. When you experience the vibration of that which you wish to experience, you give it life. And if you notice now, you will notice your physical body is responding to your awareness of this new vibration. Feel how your physical body is responding to your awareness of the feelings of this vibration, of that which you have chosen. If it is peace, then speak the word peace and feel the vibration emerging in your awareness. If it is wealth, speak the word and feel the vibration in your awareness. This is your first step. Whatever it is, speak it and feel the vibration of that which you speak in your awareness, in the space. Breathe deeply. Expand the vibration of that feeling even further. Now imagine that your body is like a drain into which this energy of this feeling is now being pulled down into the physical body. Your body is like a magnet now. Allow it to pull this awareness into the body now. Breathe it in. Breathe it down into your body. And breathe it in again. Allow it to come down in through the crown chakra. Let it fill your body. Let the feeling awareness of the space fill your body now as you breathe in. Allow the cells and molecules in your body to respond to this vibration. While still remaining of the space that your awareness is generating these feelings from. Feel the connection between the space and the physical body now. Allow that vibration to flow down into the body. This is your second step. Allow your awareness of the vibration to continue transmitting it into the body. Notice how the cells and molecule in your body are responding as this vibration enters the form. If the body is overflowing, allow it. Let it flow out through your body into your physical dimension. Let that which you have chosen energetically flow out to the space around your physical body and beyond. Now localize your awareness back into the expanded space between the earth and the sun. Feel the vibration of that space now. To that space, I want you to think the following thought. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am grateful for the ability to transform energy from one state into another. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am grateful for having the ability to transform energy from one state into another. Feel that flow from that space to the form, from that space to the body. Feel the change, the difference in its vibrational frequency from one place to the other. Breathe the awareness of this feeling, sensation, into your body. Make a decision to remember this entire process. This is your third step. Love is what you are. It is what you have the choice to be while in a physical form. This process, when properly practiced and understood, can be done instantaneously. Once you understand the difference in potential from one feeling state to the other, the process of time will be removed from the equation, and the manifestation will occur faster with less effort. Breathe that awareness in. As you learn this process, eventually you can do it instantaneously. Understand and remember the steps. Love is what you are. Now breathe your awareness and sensation of this expanded space between the earth and the sun and the vibrations you've cultivated in that space. Breathe all of it back down into your body through the crown chakra. Bring your awareness into the body, feeling the vibrational difference in your body now. Feel the vibrational difference in your body now. Notice that you can still sense the expanded awareness that you are and have always been, even though you can localize your perception and awareness into the individualized form. You are still aware of this greater expanded self that is truly who you are, interconnected to all points of time and space. But it is important to know how to localize as well as expand, and you can feel this now. There will be further instruction and greater expansion through your efforts to apply this process, to understand your experience of it, to notice and recognize the difference it makes in your physical structure and the difference it makes in your awareness of your expanded self, that which is not bound by time, space, and matter as you conventionally understand them. We in the hierarchy, on many levels, extend our love and gratitude to each and every one of you for the willingness to join us and expand your limitlessness into the creative process of altering a paradigm of fear into a paradigm of love, in order that you have personal knowledge and understanding of your own creative potential and how that can interrelate with all that you connect to. We are always here for you, ready to work with and align our purpose to yours as you do to ours. There is great love and compassion present, always. Breathe the vibrations of the sensations that you still are aware of into the body. Anchor them deeply into the molecules of your body so that your body remembers and knows that you are the one that gives it a renewed sense of life and meaning and value. Thank you. I have JC here now too, and he's saying, really well done. He says, I'm curious to see how each of you applies this, for in being able to move your consciousness to a state, as you just did, gives you evidence that you can move your awareness to the states on which we exist. And you have been doing this, but can do it with greater conviction and understanding and trust. For the different state in which you feel yourself right now is evidence that you are able to be the architect of transformation in your own consciousness, whether that be in the physical plane or the non-physical planes. Knowing that you are able to interact with the spirit, as have I and many others, is the greatest sense of empowerment that one could hope to achieve while in physical form as you find yourself. There will be much more to come. we are together. Mm-hmm. Wow. There's just so much love here, just flowing out through us, all of us. Um, you can't go back to being something you're not when you expand into something that you are, that's more than what you thought you were. And as you continue in that process of deliberately accessing higher frequencies of energy and being able to bring them down into form and then getting evidence, because they're saying right now, they're saying it's important. I remind all of you that evidence of these new feeling vibrations will become very apparent, for in this elevated state, in this particular process, the manifestation is much faster and less restricted by time as you understand it currently. And they're also saying you'll also be surprised, and that's important, because if you're surprised about how things come about, you will be revitalized in a whole other way. You'll have even greater sense of belief and meaning in your own creative capabilities. If anybody's got any questions or concerns, yeah, it's funny. JC appeared right in front of my face. He was just looking at me and he's just smiling. He was looking at all of you guys, saying he's looking at all of us like this, going like, seeing how you're all doing, and he was excited, and I'm excited too that they show up that way. Yeah. Yeah. They're all about simplicity. Because where you are is in a limited point of time and space based on the construction of who you think yourself to be. In expanding your awareness to a point of time and space that is outside the frame of reference that you normally have for yourself is enabling you to step outside the confines of your existing paradigm so that you bring something brand new outside of what you already know, and then incorporating those frequencies into it. It's essentially like creating an overlay of energy. You're bringing a brand new energy into your house. But if you try to get something new out of the old house, it will not work. You have to bring something new in. You have to bring new furniture in, new stuff into your house. This is JC talking. He's saying your house is the temple, and you need to bring new things into it, new vibrational frequencies from a reference point that's not relative to this reference point, which is why we often have you move outside of the form. Because outside of your form, you diminish your attachment to the reference points for the life as you currently understand it to be. So we are encouraging all of you to recognize the value in this and understand this very clearly, that being able to move your awareness outside of a known framework gives you the opportunity to bring something brand new into your house. Some people like to call it a temple, but it's your structure. When you bring something new into the house, there's something new in your house. That's why it's good to do spring cleaning too. He's saying everybody wants to know how to experience this. It's very simple and elegant. It's not complex. He says when you realize how quickly this can be done. I remember them saying that this process, as it's learned, becomes instantaneous as you learn that process, being able to access a new feeling state and incorporate it into the body, and then allowing yourself to experience the body receiving and reacting to that. He said that's really the key. When your body is reacting to the new vibrations you're bringing into it, you know that you're actually imbuing it into the material realm. When your body's reacting. He says that's why sometimes when I communicate my love to you, when I communicate my joy to you, when I appear to you, or when any of us appear to you from a perspective of higher vibrational intentions, you feel uplifted and empowered. Well, so too when you bring something new into your home, in your physical temple, the same thing is true. He's saying because you are still reluctant to say the words of what you would really wish, because there's a part of you that doubts that you can have it. That's what he's saying. That's JC saying that to you, Wisdom. He's saying because you believe that you might not get what you want, you're not speaking the full truth. You're not speaking the invocation of the word, the vibration. This is happening. I'm getting and receiving what I want right now. To speak knowingly the vibration of that word, he says, when you can knowingly say wealth and feel that vibration imbuing your body and your world with that frequency, then it will just occur. But if you're reluctant, you're going to get symptoms of reluctance. And often those uncomfortable symptoms that you experience are your resistance to higher vibrational ideas. It's important that you learn to listen and understand and articulate things in a fashion that allows you to be proactively creative. Wow. Wow. 8:15. Isn't that wild? I had no idea. We've really run over, and I apologize for that, but I'm grateful that we did, because I know these guys orchestrate things. I'm just grateful. And I'm really grateful all you guys showed up tonight. I'm going to watch this again a little bit later, because there's a lot that happened in there that I wanted to really get. But I'm still, I don't know about you guys, but I'm like really buzzing right now. Like, I can feel myself, this body is just really, it's like a place that I just push energy out into this realm with. I'm not it anymore. Yes. Remember, the minute your body feels the new vibration of what it is you're seeking, the minute you can feel your body reacting to it, you're actually manifesting the invisible into the visible. This is really important. They stress this to me all the time. Watch where you put your attention. When you put your attention on an idea, if your body reacts to what you put your attention on, you're manifesting a physical reality. That's why when I have people that I connect to different organizations that are in the mental health profession, and I always try to tell people what they tell me. Stop focusing your thoughts on your depression. Stop focusing your thoughts on your anxiety. Teach your body to relax. It's really that simple. Take your attention off that which is causing you to suffer and put your attention on that which would enlighten and inspire and empower you. And they always say, a lot of people come back and say, well, you don't know what depression is. No, I know what depression is, but I know that it takes effort to learn a new skill. And what you're saying to me in your fighting for your depression is that you don't want to put the effort out to transform that energy, because it does. It takes a lot of work. I was seriously depressed and suicidal most of my early life, and I had to really retrain the system. And it's a training. You have to literally train your body and mind to become your servant, not your master. Yes. Yeah, I'm surprised that JC came in at the end like that. But I love the way Metatron, when he's working through, and I can feel that, like I can feel the power of his energy. Like it's literally like I feel like I'm just a ball of white light literally radiates through me when he's communicating through me. But it was JC showing up at the end like that was a nice treat for me as well. Very cool. So if you got any questions or concerns that I haven't addressed or they haven't addressed, please write the questions on the wall. I've got another meeting to head off to now. And again, much love all you guys. You guys are awesome. We've got the outline for the 103 ready. It's going to be going up on the wall in the next couple of days. We're just making certain that we cross the T's and dot the I's properly and effectively so that you understand what you're going to be signing up for when we do the 103, because it's going to be a fascinating thing. Anyway, much love to all of you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.